The first thing that everybody does when they start doing stock photography and stock video is they upload the things that they like. They upload the things that they do. They look through their hard drives. If they're a wedding photographer or a drone pilot, or if they do real estate, whatever it is that you do and that you enjoy doing, upload all of those clips first. Build a big library. That's the first thing everybody does, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to take the next step, the next evolution to improving your sales profits, then follow this strategy. When I first started, I had some footage of vacations, I had some footage of drones, I had a few of the things that I like to shoot, wildlife, landscapes, I had some time lapses. So the first thing I did was I went through that low-hanging fruit, let's call it, and I went through my hard drives, took the best of the things that I had, things that I thought might sell, that might be of use to somebody, and I uploaded those. Those became the foundation of my library. Even though I was an amateur, I had no training, I really didn't know what I was doing, I still did get some sales from those things. The sales weren't high, and a lot of that stuff I didn't shoot with the customer in mind. I didn't shoot with the buyer in mind. And that's what you've got to do next. Once you have that step out of the way, the next thing you need to do is start looking at what is special to you. Each person has something that's special and unique to them that they can turn into stock photography and stock videos. At the very least, you have you. For example, I have me. So I'm an older Caucasian, look like I could be retired. I do those types of concepts because I can film myself. It's not always easy to film yourself, but I have a slider. I have a couple of devices that help me, including a tripod, that help me film myself. And so I can use me and I can base concepts around me. I also have access to some unique activity. I go to a lot of refugee camps in Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Iraq. I go to these camps as part of my regular job, and in so doing that, I have access to these editorial type subjects that not everybody has access to. So I want to exploit that situation as much as I can. I'm not using exploit in a bad way, but in a positive way is take advantage of the access that I have to the things that I do, and you will have some, it may not be that, you may have access to, you may work in the medical profession, you may work in the technology profession, you may work in a coal mine, wherever it is that you work or you have a hobby that's unique or different. Maybe you tie flies or you do anything, it doesn't matter, but you have you. And not only does that help you, it helps you formulate the types of things, the types of concept that you have that can be unique that not everybody else is uploading. Everybody's uploading waterfalls. Everybody's uploading mountain ranges. Everybody's uploading sunsets. All right, well, what do you have that's different and unique that other people don't have access to? And at the very least, film yourself. Think of concepts that involve you and film yourself doing those things, and also take pictures. That's another way to diversify, by the way, is I saw immediately when I was uploading, I said I wanted to be a photographer more than anything, but my clips were selling at a higher rate and for much more money. And so I gravitated to doing videography. The vast majority of my media assets that are for sale on stock sites is video now. And I did that intentionally because that's what was making the most money for me. If you're doing photography, just stop for a moment and take 10 seconds of video. You can even use your phone. Get it on a tripod and take a video of yourself shooting stock photography. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunity there. If you're doing only video, you've already got the releases, you've already got all the stuff you need. Just click a few pictures while you're doing that along the way. The next part of this strategy is to have some consistency. You need to upload consistently. A lot of times you may shoot 300. If I go to a place of vacation, for example, I may come back with hours of footage. I may come back with dozens of time lapses, but have some consistency in the way you upload that. I look at those and I take a variety of those things. I'll upload 15 clips. I'll work on those. I'll work on the keywords, the descriptions, make those as good as I can. And then I'll do 15 more next week and the week after that. You spread this out over time for a number of reasons. If you upload a lot of content of the same thing all at once, a lot of the agencies are going to reject it. They're going to say too much of the same content. It's not exactly how they say it. I can't remember the words they say. Something like oversaturation of content or something. Whatever it is they say, they're going to select just a few. But if you only upload a few, they'll take all of those. And then 3 weeks from now, they'll take another 15. And then 3 weeks from that, they'll take another 15. The other reason, and I've said this many times in other videos, the other reason that this is important and it's helpful is that most agencies, when you're doing the search, they'll put what they call fresh content on top. So if somebody searches for that place or that concept, what that cooking, whatever it is that you're doing, suppose you're frying chicken and somebody puts in frying chicken, homemade fried chicken, they're going to put the best sellers and they're going to put the most recently uploaded. So when you upload these things over time, you keep your content up there in the fresh category. If I'm searching for something and I click on one of my clips and then I say, see more like this, all my other clips are going to come up. So all you really need the buyer to do is select one of your clips on that subject or on that shoot, and they will find all the other clips. And so keeping one of your clips up there in the fresh category is helpful for you as you're creating a schedule. The other thing I think a schedule is important is that it helps you with consistency. You need to consistently upload. If you don't consistently upload, your portfolio, your activity, and frankly, your productivity is going to suffer. So for me, I do it by hour. You can do it however any way you want, but I put aside 10 hours a week. I calendar aside 10 hours a week that I'm going to work on uploading and doing descriptions and keywords. And when I have that time done, that helps me stay on a schedule and stay on a program where I don't get burned out, but where I still have consistency in what I'm doing. That's a part of your strategy. Never forget that numbers matter. We talk about quality and we talk about concepts and we talk about all those things are very important. But you know what it really comes down to is it's a numbers game. You have to have thousands of assets. If you're going to get regular income, or a regular part of your income is going to be stock media, then you need to have thousands of assets. I have about 8,000 plus assets on various video platforms. And that's why I'm getting around, I get between 700 and up. I'm averaging, last year I averaged $1,000 a month. This year, we'll see. But the point is that it really comes down to you have to have thousands of assets. It's a numbers game, and this consistency and this upload schedule will get you to the point where you go from that baseline of 300 or 400 or 500 clips up to in the thousands of clips and pictures. That's where you need to be. Let's review a little bit, and then I'll tell you the final step. You're going to take that low-hanging fruit. You're going to mine your hard drives of the best clips and the best pictures. You're going to do the things that you like to do, okay? Then you're going to do stuff that you have access to that other people don't have access to, something specific to you. Use yourself as a model, or your hobbies, or your interests, your special interests, or what you have access to depending on what your job is or where you live. Do those things second. Then you're going to have an upload schedule, okay? And then what the last thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your clips that have sold. By this time, you will have some sales, and you will have consistent sales over time. So what you do is you look at the things that have sold, and that should motivate you and also inspire you on what the type of thing you're doing that sells, and how can you develop that further. So if I had it's just a series of clips that I did 5 or 6 years ago, and you can tell, I'll put some up, you can tell it was 5 or 6 years ago because I weighed a lot more, I just don't even look this really like it's me. But 5 or 6 years ago, I did this concept where my wife and I were just sitting by a fire pit in our backyard. And it sold a lot. And then I thought of what other ways could I do that? What other things could I do? What different angles could I have? Should I reshoot with a different time of year? Should I reshoot further away? Some close-ups of maybe doing marshmallows on the fire pit. Those clips and other sales inspired me and got me into seeing what it is that I had that was working and what wasn't working, and to develop further the things that are working for you. So that's the last part of your strategy, is to use the analysis of sales, the sales analysis, to drive your future shoots and ideas of what you're going to shoot. If you follow this strategy, you are going to continue to grow, you're going to continue to learn, you're going to continue to develop, and you're going to have a lot of success at this, and you're going to have success that other people don't have. I hope this is helpful. I hope these videos that I'm making are useful to you. I know they're useful to me. I reflect on what I'm doing, and it helps me improve. Please comment down below if this is helpful, what you do, what strategy you use. If you think I missed something, then I'm certainly able and willing to learn. That's part of doing this, and that I really love, is that you can learn as you go. So please comment, subscribe, and come back for more content. I'd love to hear also any desires you have of videos that I should be making. Appreciate you a lot. I love this community. Thank you very much for watching.